Liberals hate it when you bring receipts. But the California loophole is real. And the reason why the left wants to get this whole spending package revised right now is because they want to be able to fund Medicaid for illegals like California is doing.
CrossroadsIRL.com.
When Democrats say they aren't trying to fund healthcare for illegal immigrants, send them this video, because there's a lot of insurance fraud in blue states.
Illegal immigrants are not the reason why our healthcare system is broken.
Yeah, it's not deflection at all. In fact, I brought receipts. So here's the CMS, the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services, right here with their press release earlier this year saying they were having to increase their oversight on states like California who were abusing Medicaid and classifying it as an EUSA, an emergency system, when it wasn't. You've got the average state spends 5% of its Medicaid roughly on emergency services. California, 35 to 40%. Why would that be? Because California passed a state law that says we will fund Medicaid for illegals, and then, oh, by the way, we'll raise our provider taxes, and then, oh, by the way, we'll use that as a match to draw down federal funds, and they're using this whole cavitation.
Can you see how they're reacting when the evidence is presented? He brought the receipts. This is what's going on in California. It is real time. I can show you the receipts. And they are just figuring out a way to weasel their way out of this fact and say, look, irrespective of what you're telling us, it's not happening.
Process.
An accounting trick to put it on the taxpayer.
Money is fungible, and California's loophole is abusing it.
Listen, and we...
All right, back from CNN. Ooh, that was a lively one. And they hate it when you bring receipts. But let's talk about that Medicaid thing for a minute, because what you have right now is a thing called the California loophole. Liberals hate it when you bring receipts. But the California loophole is real. And the reason why the left wants to get this whole spending package revised right now is because they want to be able to fund Medicaid for illegals like California is doing. The Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services earlier this year said they were having to increase their oversight. Why? Because California, New York, other states like that were abusing the Medicaid process by turning their emergency rooms into free clinics and then classifying everything as an emergency service and submitting it for federal matching dollars. It's not supposed to work that way. Life-giving, life-saving treatment, yes, that's the Hippocratic Oath. Treating somebody for the common cold and giving them basic medical care and calling it emergencies because they walked into an emergency room and then billing the U.S. taxpayer dollars, that's called fraud. It needs to stop, and that's exactly what Republicans are trying to do.
And whenever this conversation came up over the last few days during the shutdown, it was all about, you guys aren't being, compassionate. The American people are suffering. Timu or Walmart, Obama kept saying the Republicans are trying to take healthcare away from American people. And everyone knew that he was lying. He was full of it. But mainstream media made it look like, well, the Republicans are really the problem because they have the majority in the House and Senate. Lots of hypocrisy to go around. But do you know what? For the rest of the Trump administration, the second term, whenever the Democrats try to make it seem like they are the virtual ones or virtuous ones, they are the ones who are trying to save the American people from the big bad Republican Party or the big bad MAGA movement or the big bad Trump movement. Always remember that they are the ones who shut down the government to try to get back at President Trump, to try and make him look bad at the expense of the American people, the taxpayers, and those who worked in government.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.